This is going to be a special episode. I had the pleasure to interview 14 really very inspiring women over the last months since I launched this podcast. And I thought now it's about the time to reflect a bit what has been said in these interviews, what insights, knowledge has been shared. And so I decided I will do different episodes now with different topics. And the first one here is going to be about mentoring, because that was a topic that came up almost in every podcast interview I did. And I think it is really important for everyone to understand. Therefore, I want to share with you the insights, what I took away from the interviews that I did. Let's jump right into the topic, mentorship.
Welcome to Her Perspective, Women Who Inspire. This podcast will inspire you with personal stories of women who have followed their own unique path to success. I'm your host, Astrid. As a career coach and mentor, I support women on their professional journey with hard experience and plenty of practical knowledge. Having spent many years as a leader in the tech industry, I know the challenges and opportunities firsthand. My mission? To empower women to step into their careers with confidence and create their own path to inspire others.
First, I would like to start with the difference between mentorship, the mentor, the sponsor, and the coach, because I think that is sometimes not clear in my coaching conversations. Sometimes this comes up and I sense that there is a bit of a lack of clarity maybe on where the difference is. So the main difference are a mentor is really someone someone who speaks to you. They offer guidance, perspective, and advice based on their own experience. A sponsor speaks for you. They use their influence to advocate for you. They push your name forward when you are not in the room. And a coach helps you to unlock your own potential, clarify goals, and holds you accountable. So this is the main difference. And like I said today, I really want to talk a bit about mentoring and why it's so important. Let's start with my first conversation that I had with Sonia Pira. So episode number 1. We talked a lot about mentoring because it is really important to her career, and that's why she wanted to also share a bit more how she used it to support her career. One of the first questions I always get is, well, how do I find a mentor? Now, Sonia shared that her career followed a plan. So she has a plan, like the typical 5-year plan, where she wants to be, maybe not the precise job, but what kind of role or responsibility she wants to have in 5 years. And then she broke it down into what can I do this year to pay into that goal to get closer to my goal in 5 years. And she looked into the different skill sets that are required for her ultimate goal. And then she looked for people who have those skills, who show that they are those capabilities, and reached out to those people and asked them to support her to build up these capabilities as well. And so that's her advice to everyone. Have a plan, look for a person who has that skill set that you're looking for, and just ask. Now, in our conversation, we also talked about the fact that there might be a no as an answer, but don't take it personal. Mentors are always people who are more senior than you, and probably also very busy people. And therefore, it can be that they have already a lot of mentees and just cannot add another mentee. So don't take it personal. That's the first advice to give is have a plan, know what you're looking for, and find the people who can support you with that, and then just reach out and ask. So that's the number one takeaway. The next insight Helena Liebelt and Sonja Pira both shared was, do not just look for one mentor. Have several mentors. Have a mentor for different skills that you're looking for. Like if you are unsure about your presence on stage, you are unhappy, you do not feel confident on stage, look for someone who is really good in presenting, whom you admire, and then reach out to this person to become your mentor for your public speaking skills. Or if you know someone who is really, really good in presenting strategies, pitching strategies, taking the clutter and bringing it down to really be very precise and to the point, then this is a person you want to reach out to if this is an area you want to improve and learn from this person. Think about what skills you need, you want to improve, and look for the right people to support you with that and ask them to become your mentor. Now, when you're then in the mentor-mentee relationship, be prepared and come with really and ask for a specific help. One of the insights that Videsha shared with me, she once was, for example, facing a situation where she got a job offered, which when it got offered, they said, you need to move to Europe. And then she said, okay, I mean, my first reaction would have been, I can't do that job because I have a family here in South Africa. No way. And so she reached out to her mentor with this specific challenge that she was facing. And the mentor was like saying, hey, don't say no immediately. Ask how. If they want you, then ask how you and the new manager can make it possible that you do the job. And in the end, they agreed that she stays in South Africa, and she agreed that she's okay to travel almost weekly to Europe, which made it possible for her in the end to do the job. And that was an outcome out of the conversation she had with her mentor. Related to this, in my conversation with Ifat Chowdhury, she also shared that from her point of view, you must be the architect of your own support system, and mentors are part of your support system. We speak about the personal board of directors, and that is enough for a separate episode. But think about, okay, who could be in the support system and which mentors do you need to work on your career aspirations? And Sonja also stressed the fact that the time that you have with your mentor is your time. So be prepared. It's not the time of the mentor. So the mentor isn't there to start the conversation and share something. You need to come and you need to be prepared. This is also often misunderstood by mentees. It's your time. Use the time wisely. And like Videsha said, come with a specific topic, not a generic question, it's not a chat. It's really a session where you own the agenda, and it's a lot on you if you get something out of the mentor sessions or not. I think it's also important to mention your first conversation when you reach out to a mentor, when you have identified that person. You also need to be prepared. And the best way is to have an elevator pitch ready. This elevator pitch needs to be adjusted to that conversation with your mentor. In the elevator pitch, you have 30 to 45 seconds to present yourself, make the connection to the mentor, like when you ask for support with your presentation skills and you identify the person who is really, really good in presenting and being on stage, it might be a good idea to link your conversation back to a presentation that you have seen from this person and where you admired the person for being so authentic or funny or whatever. Just make a personal connection, make it personal. And then have a clear call to action, which is in this mentor-mentee conversation. In the first, ask them to become your mentor, or ask them, you don't even need to use the word mentor, ask them to help you with your presentation skills, for example. So think about this conversation before and be prepared. You do not have all the time, and the better you are prepared, the more likely the person will also say yes to your question of becoming a mentor for you. And then in the end, it is really important that, again, it's your job to keep the mentor-mentee relationship alive. I have also seen it in my experience when I was a mentor that mentees, without any reason, stop reaching out to you. Now, you could say, okay, maybe they didn't get out what they want out of the relationship, but then it might also be that maybe the connection didn't work or whatever. But think about, these are senior people, so you should definitely have a good last conversation. Or what I think what often is the case is that the mentee is like very busy and then they forget to set up a new call, a new meeting with the mentor. And then they think like, okay, hey, it's now 3 months ago since I last spoke with my mentor. Oh, I'm too, unsure if I can reach out now. I'm too shy to do that. And then they just let it, go and hope that the mentor will not remember that you had a mentee-mentor relationship. So the best way to avoid it is in your calendar, set yourself reminders of reconnecting, and be aware being a mentee is a lot of work, because a mentor will not let you just go out of the conversation without a clear homework. But it's your career in the end. So you do not just do it for the sake of having a mentor. You only do it if you really have career aspirations and you see the value in having a mentor. Now, to summarize, first, you need to have a plan where you want to improve or what you want to learn from a mentor. Then you identify a mentor who has those skills and you reach out and just ask them to become your mentor. For this reaching out, the best way is to have an elevator pitch ready. And you will have multiple mentors for different skills, for different experience that you are looking for. And very important, for the final conversation, come prepared. Be specific, very specific with the ask for help, what you're looking for. It's your meeting. It's the time that the mentor gives to you, but you need to make the best use of the time of the mentor. So this is the end of my first very quick recap of the conversations that I had. And this time it was on the topic of mentorship. And the next time we will talk about the board of directors, the personal board of directors. Who needs to be in your personal board of directors? And as always, Feel free to send me your feedback, to comment on wherever you are listening to this podcast. And if you like, subscribe this podcast. This will help me to see, okay, what I'm talking about is valuable for you. And leave me some stars if you like. And so I'm looking forward to connecting with you in the next weeks with the next topic, your personal board of directors. Take care until then. Bye-bye.